Daniel Larson. He's a kiddie born in California. Grew up, well, he resides in Colorado. I personally hate him. Well, I feel a tiny sorry for him. He's an horrible, horrible person. I've been lurking on the subreddit for a couple of years now. Well, at least a year. But what I've seen, for its escalation upon escalation upon escalation. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone ever than himself. In terms of his latest interactions, especially with his or is it the last video, it really destroys the idea that he's completely insane, incapable, lacks capacity for complete consent or any semblance of realizing what are right or wrong. Could think about it. One of the last ones, he said that no one's behind me. And he's saying, like, if you're doing this, if you're giving me gift certificates, you could give me money. Well, that shows he could tell that there's differences in reality in which he can differentiate. He can tell what is real from fake, but it's all about what he cares about. He doesn't give a fucking shit about anyone other than himself. He's deeply mentally ill, I give you that. Trolls, a cleric, there's a couple of clerics, dumbasses. They'll get their comeuppances legally, but he has to consider that the damage that has been done by the trolls has only been done where Mr. Larson, Mr. President itself, has decided that it is his duty to seek out whatever connections he needs to, and he verifies weekly, but he verifies it and he makes judgments on it. He has a clear idea of what he's arrogant for. He ain't arrogant for any random weirdo. Even I and others have been on his live streams sometimes. I commented on his bloody YouTube whatever, saying this is fake. You should stop what you're doing. You're hurting people. Blah blah. No, I tell him, look, we've not actually been seeing the real Grace, the real this, the real that. It's all trolls. You need to stop. You're hurting people. You doesn't listen. Do you think he'd listen? I mean, I get if people want to feel sorry for him because he's autistic. I'm autistic. I don't behave like that. Autism, not just they're not an excuse, but neither are any of the abuses experienced. Many people have been abused by as much as that he claims, if not worse or lesser. That's not like them because they know between right and wrong, but they know what to seek out in life. Daniel Larson only cares about himself. Do you think Daniel Larson would care if Grace actually didn't want anything to do with him? Of course he would, but he wants to hear any simple voice from her. It could be a dozen fake. He wants one that sounds so true because he wants it to be true. It's about what he wants versus everything else. He doesn't care. He never cares about anyone other than himself. Otherwise, he'd say, you know what? I do not trust any of these individuals, and I'm hurting people. Bob's getting hurt by myself. I'm gonna stop, and then he would cut it out. No more fans, no more internet. I'm gonna improve my life. I'm gonna stop that. He's had opportunities. He doesn't care. He never cared. And the fact lots of people think that he acts and how he acts are purely by trolls. Yes, he listens to them, but because he seeks them out. If he wanted to seek actual help out and try to seek addresses to live a place and said, look, I don't want any attention. I don't want people around me. I'm not famous anymore. Leave me alone. Just let me have my life. Okay, sure, but no, it's the opposite. He wants to be famous. He just doesn't want to listen to anyone who tells him take a step back. Doesn't give a shit. And out of the whole thing, I really enjoyed Smoky MCC, Kiwi Farms. Occasionally Leaping Lemur is alright. Subreddit is jealous of him or whatever. Brad Kirkle I listen to, he's hilarious. Otherwise, yeah, that's all saying no matter. He's been down Larson. I don't think he deserves 70 years. That's stupid. I'd say 5 to 10, maybe top 5 is more appropriate. Give him a good kick up the ass. Get the feds, all the authority, give him a good kick up the ass. Someone to tell him of authority who he would listen to above all. Tell him, you've been fooled, walk away from it all. Brilliant, that's all you need. So I can think of, because Larson aren't expecting him to go to jail that he's been in Fed Boys. I expected Mr. Media last week. Oh, a couple of days like he's been, but no. 6 charges. 6 charges. Off of threats. One less specific. It's like, sometimes you feel you can say what you want, but if the feds are listening, they'll listen more when you're with an asshole like he is. That'll be all for now. I'll just ride the wave of the outcome of it. I just want to see what happens. I don't want to get involved in it, but yeah. That's just my thoughts. I see.